Everyone's Mr. Patricia. I just want to reply to this comment up here. It's from B BDJs, whatever. Okay. He says, he's trying to seem crazy. Stop pushing the demonic narrative when there's no such thing as demons or God. So if you know, you know. If you have discernment, you know. So I posted this about 2 years ago, I think, or a year or something. It has 1.5 million. It has 1.5 million views. About 17,000 comments and likes and whatever. But my thing is, okay, we don't force anyone to believe in Jesus or in demons or in God or whatever. It's all free will, okay? And so, but for those of us that are interested and do have a relationship with Jesus Christ, it's a different story, okay? So we know that there's good and evil, all right? We can't force anyone to believe in good or evil. But I want to say that this young man unalived not only his pregnant girlfriend and her unborn baby, he also unalived an officer who had no clue that there was two persons in the apartment in the unalived state. Okay? Now, going back to him, why I originally posted this as a demonic possession, one, schizophrenia and possession can overlap. It can be one, it can be both, and they can overlap. Or it could be one or the other, okay? When I first saw his original video, I saw his behavior, his body language, and all of that. Now, we all know you don't need to be the Pope to recognize a demon, okay? So that was 12 years ago, 2012. He was convicted January 28th. But he has been diagnosed along with other members of his family. He has a family history of schizophrenia. I also saw that in the first video when I first came across this man. So now it's 12 years later. He was given life without parole in 2012 or 2013 or somewhere around there. So now here he is all these years later, and he's even more into being whatever is inside of him. Yes, he is responsible for his crimes. Absolutely, he's responsible for his crimes. But it's deeper than that, and a lot of people don't realize it. Now, here's a guy who used a and removed some of his brain matter. So when he went to the hospital, not only did they have to remove the ammunition, but they had to remove some of his brain matter. That was long before these crimes, okay? So one, he comes from a history, a family of people who are suffering with schizophrenia, all right? His name is Joshua Tremaine Jones, all right? And he took the officer, unalived 3 people in 2012. Now look at him now, all these years later. If he was faking in that moment, he would not be, one, trying to remove his own brain matter to get the thoughts out of his head, okay? Because when a person does that, when they're possessed, they do things to themselves, they do things to harm themselves and to harm other people because they're not always in control. So I'm not here trying to say that this person is innocent, but I'm going to still stand on my conviction that he is possessed. He has hell written on his neck, Hell, tattoo. He has hellfire, but then when he looks in the mirror, he actually had to put crosses on his face. So he's battling with good and evil. He's battling with good and evil. Therefore, this person in 2024, I'm going to say here on May 17th, that this man is possessed. This man is possessed. You could see in his eyes, all these years later, he will be smiling. He knows he's a lifer. He has nothing to lose, okay? So he would be smiling and trying to settle in after 12 years. But all this picture, I think, was taken 22 or 23. But you could see the turmoil, his eyes, his eyebrows, and then his mouth is making a smirk. So his eyes are in torment. The tattoos, good versus evil, is a form of torment. This man is being tormented, and whether you believe me or not, I cannot convince anybody to believe in God, to believe in the devil, to believe in angels, to believe in, him trying to act like what he's been acting when he's been a problem child since his early childhood. He's always had schizophrenia. So, and he got a life sentence. So he has nothing to lose at this point. So when people come in here and they make these comments, I understand everybody has their point of view, but I also understand that at some point in life, we as adults need to call things what they are, okay? He's saying there's no such thing as demons or God. When they come crawling up and knock on your door and they infest you, and that's the devil's deception, not believing that, because that's how you get caught. Sometimes you're so far gone that even Satan is like, you know what? He's not even worth it, because demons want a challenge, and if you don't believe in either, that means that you are not a threat. You are just a puppet walking around on the planet. That's it. You're just one of those free souls that's going through life, and you don't recognize things for what they are. That's your privilege. But in the meantime, I'm still standing my ground. This man is possessed. He has issues, and he definitely has schizophrenia, as were other persons in his family. So be blessed. Have a great day, and thanks for your comment, okay? No reply is needed. God bless you all. Have a great weekend.